Hey there, nation, and welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Cheapskate. We are back on an episode of Into Darkness. This is our series of battle reports that's dedicated to our Space Station Zero solo campaign, and this is battle report number 7. We find ourselves in challenge number 6, which is known as Pod 6 in the campaign setting of Space Station Zero. So once again, we are chronicling the adventures of my shipping crew, Thundrik's Profiteers, as they make their way through the unknown depths and mysteries of Space Station Zero. So we're going to take some minute now to actually talk about their scenario rules real quick. We'll play some music real quick. At the same time, I'll show you the roster for my crew. At the same time, we'll go over scenario rules, and then we'll come back and get this party started. So with that being said, let's get this battle report on a roll. Challenge 6, Pod 6. This open pod has several large piles of discarded and disused technology whose purpose has long been lost to time. As you enter at the rear of the room, a small device emerges from a tank and a diode timer begins counting down. So for this battle report, as you can see, we are playing on a normal size kill team table and we have a lot of terrain spread out throughout. Pretty much my challenge on this one is to defuse a viral bomb that is located in the center of the table. I have 5 rounds of disarmament. If I don't do so, it will explode and could possibly kill members of my very small party. At the same time, I do have to worry about loosened floorboards, so I will probably be losing one of my crew members in this scenario, and then I also have a bunch of deranged mutants as well as automated alien turrets that I have to deal with as well. Now, as the music is playing, of course, we'll show you a copy of Thundrik's Profiteers rosters, and with that, we'll continue with our scenario rules. Alright folks, so let's talk about this scenario for pod number 6. So first of all, the challenge I have to face on this one is this big mongoose right here, which is the virus bomb. It is the main focus of the challenge on this one. I basically have to do 10 reaction tests on a 4+ or defuse the bomb. I think I only have 5 rounds to do it. And if I don't do so, this thing explodes and pretty much causes havoc for everything that's inside of the ship, especially for my crew, meaning I have to reroll 12 pluses on recoveries and I can actually lose some characters if I'm not careful. So that's the primary objective that I gotta take care of. At the same time, we also have 4 deranged mutants, represented up there in the top by these 2 lovely creations from the Gellerpox Infected box set. And same thing with these 2 guys over here as well. Now these deranged mutants have life 4, movement 7, 3 combat, 3 reaction, 1 intelligence. They do have close combat weapons that gives them +1 to their combat results. Makes it a little bit deadly. At the same time, they do have a special ability that if they are attacking someone who's at full life, they actually get +2 to their stat for that combat challenge. And then I have 2 gun turrets, as you can see right here. These are actually from the dollar store. I got these from my local Dollar Tree. They're from a action figure series called Final Faction. So these are really, really cool. Cost $1.25 a piece. Look very alien and very battle techy. Now these guys have life 10, movement 0, so they're stuck where they're located at. They have 3 combat, 3 reaction, as well as 0 intelligence. However, though, they do get +2 for kinetic range attack, so that's kind of rough. And their special abilities, they can actually target up to 3 people at the same time. So that part is absolutely insane, and that's going to be a huge challenge I have to face as well. At the same time, I have to take out all sets of mutants, disarm the virus bomb, and survive these gun turns somehow in order to try to survive for that part. So I do have my work cut out for me there, that way. But at the same time, though, my crew, though, is doing pretty good. As you can see, this is Thundrik Profiteers. This is my shipping crew. Up in the front, back over here, I have my pilot. That's Garrett Allenson. He's actually got a energy missile weapon. He's got jump boots as well as a hyperscanner. He's also got Armored Force 6 for my guys, and he has also got the awareness skill. Right behind him is Thundrik, Jurgen Thundrik, which is my commander. He's got energy missile weapon, jump boots, Armored Force 6, logical expert skill. Right next to them, of course, is Enric Ironhell, which is my engineer. He's got heavy kinetic missile weapon with hyperscanner, Armored Force 6, as well as weapon tuning. Over there on the front, I have Kazgan Drakskewer. That is my soldier. He's armed with a heavy melee weapon. He's got point-to-point teleporter as well as Armored Force 6 and combat specialist. And I do have to apologize to my viewers. Last time I made my set of videos, the last 4 battle reports, I actually shot all those in the same weekend. So I was unaware of the fact that that rule only stipulates that you can only move and then you can move, you can't attack like I've been doing. So I do apologize for that. That is cognizant now for me for these next series of battle reports. And last in the back, I have Deadeye Lund, which is my medical officer. He's got energy missile weapon, a medibag, as well as a mini lab kit. He's also got Armored Force 6, as well as medical attention skill. And that makes up Thundrik's Profiteers on this one. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, go directly to the top of turn number 1, and since I got priority, I will be going first. So we'll come back after my first round of actions. Alright, so now we're back after turn number 1 of challenge number 6 on pod 6 on this one, and this was a pretty tough round. First thing I decided to do is, my plan here was not to cross the midsection for the most part, as long as possible. And the reason why is because I'd have to deal with these turrets if they suddenly drop down and start shooting at my guys. So that's one of the problems I ran into. So because I decided to kind of keep my forces on this side of the table so that when I would trigger out those turrets. However though, the first thing I did is I moved Kazgan down below so that way he could draw the monsters over from this bottom deployment area towards him so that way he could fight the deranged mutants. Unfortunately for me though, I did fail my movement test because one of the challenges in this one is the very first person who moves has to pass movement test 4. 4 movement tests I could not do that. I rolled like 3 odd numbers. So because of that, Kazgan does automatically go to action, and so because of that, he won't be participating in this battle, which is really rough because I only got a small elite crew, so that part is kind of rough there. Now from there, of course, the mutants start swarming forward. I believe it started off with this one here. He actually moved all the way up doing double activations directly towards my guys. But then from there, I just kind of swarmed out and just kind of moved out. So the first thing I did, of course, is that I moved up Garrett Allenson. I had him move his jump boots up as quick as he could. He did try to open fire on one of the deranged mutants with his energy weapon. But unfortunately for him, though, he failed that. I just rolled a bunch of odds. It was absolutely horrific. At the same time, the mutants went next, and they actually charged Garrett Allenson. Lucky for me, though, he wasn't able to get past my armored force save, so I was pretty lucky there. From there, then activated Thundrik used his jump boost to jump right next to Garrett Allison, and actually put 2 wounds directly onto this deranged mutant, so that part was kind of nice. This other deranged mutant, of course, climbed down from the top of his deployment area, climbing down to come over, doing double movement so that way he can get directly towards Garrett Allenson. At the same time, back here, I had Enric Ironhell as well as Deadeye Lund. Both those guys moved up forward as well. Deadeye Lund used his engineering ability for weapon expert in order to open fire directly onto this mutant, putting 2 wounds on him. Eventually, he was finished off by Deadeye Lund, so that part was kind of cool. Got that first mutant out of the way. However, the other mutant, of course, climbed down from the top of his little deployment area, came down here to go directly towards Enric Ironhell as well. So my plan here right now is to hopefully I can kill these mutants here, take those guys out. Said Deadeye Lund as well as Enric Ironhell directly to the virus bomb and try to go to the other side of the virus bomb so that way they're not targeted by this terrain piece from that turret. Hopefully start working away on that one. Have Garrett Allenson as well as Bjornrik Thunder deal with this turret, hopefully using reaction tests in order to take that one out. And then from there they can swarm the virus bomb and take out before turn number 5. So this ends turn number 1. So with turn number 1 over with, we go directly top of turn number 2. We'll come back for my activations. Alright, so that takes directly to the end of round number 2. So as you can see here, some dramatic movement took place for the most part. Garrett Allenson as well as Bjornrik Thundrik used their jump boots to teleport themselves over across this piece of rubble. I did of course have them open fire directly onto these 2 deranged mutants. I was able to put down this guy right over here, managed to put that guy down. Wasn't able to do so on this guy, just absolutely flood with Thundrik Bjorgen's attacks, so that part was kind of rough. Meanwhile, over here on the top, this mutant, of course, did try to attack and try to hurt what was his name, Enric Ironhelm, but unfortunately this couldn't get past his armor save. So because Enric Ironhelm ran past him and finished off this last mutant here, I was able to kill that guy right off. And then finally, of course, I had Enric Ironhelm, Deadeye Lund actually move up forward as well to support. He tried to open fire directly on this mutant, but unfortunately I rolled like a bunch of ones, so nothing much really happened there. So that brings us directly to the end of number 2. So 2 of the mutants are down. I have 1 more left. I still have these 2 cannons I got to get through, and then finally I have to get to this virus bomb as well. Hopefully, in the next turn, I could take out this turret right here by using some reaction tests, or to take that one out with Garrett Allenson as well as Bjorgen Thundrik. Hopefully I could dismantle the bomb using this, and then once I get that bomb dismantled, then I could deal with the very last of the turrets as well as the last of the mutants. So that brings us directly to the end of turn number 2. So with that, we go directly to the top of turn number 3, and we go for my activations. Alright, so we're back with turn number 3. So first of all, I activated Garrett Allenson. He actually did a reaction test using his hyper scanner, as was awareness build, to actually just one-shot this hidden turret real quick by deactivating it, which is all kinds of awesome. He was able to do so because I rolled like 3 12s. So because I was able to take out that turret, no problem whatsoever. However though, because I attacked the turret, that means that it does activate the other turret, and so because of that, we move on from there. Now from there, of course, the deranged mutant did try to attack Enric Ironhelm, but unfortunately for it, though, it actually failed its attack, and luckily Armored Save 6 saved you on that one. From there, I moved Enric Ironhelm, actually moved up twice in order to deal with this turret. Hopefully I could deactivate using reaction tests, because 10 life is hard to kind of take down, but for reaction tests, though, that's actually doable within the realm of possibility from there. Now from there, of course, I then activated Bjorgen Thundrik. Bjorgen Thundrik actually uses jump boost to fly directly to the viral bomb. I was able to put 2 successful reaction tests on this, so bringing it down to 2 more. I then activated Deadeye Lund. Deadeye Lund then moved directly away from the deranged mutant directly to the viral bomb. and actually put 2 more successes on there. Now between that, of course, this turret did activate, and that's a pretty rough turret because I could target 3 guys at the same time, so it was opening fire on my people. But luckily for me though, I have Armored Forge 6. That was the perk I used for my Thundrik Profiteers, so luckily for me, my armor save really helped me out on that one in order to dodge being shot by that turret. So because I now only have 1 turret left, I do have 1 more Deranged I gotta deal with. I'm heading to the top of turn number 4 here in a little bit, and I gotta get 10 of these off, so hopefully I can be able to get that taken care of real quick. So because of that, we go directly to the top of the turn, and we continue on with our activations. Alright, so that takes us directly to the end of turn number 4. So luckily for me, I did activate Garrett Allenson first. He came in there and actually managed to put 4 more successful reaction tests directly onto the virus bomb, bringing it up to a grand total of 8. So that part was kind of cool. I did try to take initiative, but unfortunately I failed to do so. The first thing that ended up happening, of course, is that the turret opened fire with its guns. Luckily for me though, my armor 6 actually helped me out with that for armored 4. So I highly recommend for players who are getting into Space Station Zero, I highly suggest you take that perk, because that really helped me out in this challenge, not being shot at the entire time. So from there, of course, I then activated Bjordic Thundrik. I was able to put 1 more reaction test on this one, bringing it up to a grand total of 9. From there, this bloated mutant, of course, moved up and tried to attack Deadeye Lund. Luckily for me, though, I was able to pass that, so my armor save kind of saved me from that from being attacked, so I got lucky really there. I then actually had him do his reaction test and break out the Larry last one, bringing it to the grand total of 10. So just like that, the viral bomb is now disarmed before turn number 5, so we're safe from that. And then, of course, Enric Ironhead was able to one-shot this turret by using reaction tests, using his hyper scanner as well. I rolled 2 12s, so because I was able to, and then a couple other evens, so because I was able to destroy that machine and deactivate that turret, no problem. So the only challenge I have left over, of course, is the final mutant, and then from there, I can move on from this challenge. So we go directly to the top of turn number 5, and needless to say, between the combined shooting of the rest of Thundrik's Profiteers, I had no problem whatsoever killing off the very last of the Deranged mutants. And just like that, because I took out the turrets, took out the Vira Bomb, as well as the mutants, I ended up winning this scenario. So because that ended up happening inevitably, that the floor gave out in the pod number 6, so my entire crew fell down below the floor, where they found Kazgan Draxgear perfectly fine, and we move on to our next challenge. So because there is a table that you actually roll up on for the scenarios to see exactly where you're going number next. So I rolled up on 2, so because I'll be going to challenge number 7, which is the Science Lab. So that'll be the next challenge I'll be doing the next time that we do battle. Now, of course, for the end game, every single one of the members of my crew gain additional experience points, which means that Kazgan Draxgear, Deadeye Lund, Enric Ironhell, as well as Garrett Allison actually leveled up to level 2. Bjordic Thundrik actually leveled up last time. So for my other 4 fighters though, they were able to level up, and I got to choose to put them additional point in life or additional point in movement. Since I do have a pretty elite squad, I only decided to put him directly into movement because my movement characteristic is only 4 inches, and this battle kind of showed me how important it is to be able to move very quickly across the battlefield. So because I gave all these guys movement 5 now, especially since 2 guys have jump boots and 1 guy also has a point-to-point teleporter, hopefully later on I can get some more jump boots for my characters. I think the jump boot's actually a little bit more practical than the point-to-point teleporter now that I'm starting to use the rules right for that. So because of that, that's what I'll be using instead. So there you guys have it. That pretty much ends this one for challenge number 5. Challenge number 6, which is the pod number 6, which is battle point number 5 of our solo campaign, Into Darkness. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. You guys' input is invaluable to us as always. Also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, as well as blogger.com for all the latest greatest hobby news related to our channel. That's good for this week, guys. We'll catch you guys next one. Peace out and stay classy.